Good morning and welcome to the official opening of the Stoke Gifford Retirement Village, the latest village in the Extra Care portfolio. My name's Nick Laverty and I'm the Chief Executive of the Extra Care Charitable Trust. Now, Extra Care, we are proud to be a charity that helps older people to live independently and well. We've just celebrated, actually last year, our 30th anniversary, and our vision of creating better lives for older people is as relevant now as it was 30 years ago when the charity was formed. We're also very proud to be part of this village partnership, and we hope our £56 million investment will really help transform the lives of local older people. Now, at Extra Care, we aim to create villages that provide homes people want, lifestyles they can enjoy, and care if it's needed. And our unique model delivers real benefits for residents who live in our villages. And we're just about to release some new research that we've done with Aston University that shows some additional benefits of living in an Extra Care retirement village. 75% of our residents are physically more active than those in the community. They have lower levels of anxiety, 23% lower, and experience lower levels of isolation and loneliness. In fact, 87% of our residents say they are never or hardly ever lonely, which is quite amazing, I think.
I just want to pick up on some of the things that Mick said. There are great benefits for retirement villages, and it's a privilege to be associated with this and with them. The great thing is it helps you to remain independent. If you come and live here, you have your own place, you've got 24-hour help if you need it, and extra care and support when you need it. And then there are these great facilities which we will be exploring, and some of you will know already in this great facility. We know isolation is a real issue for elderly people, and I represent a rural ward. There are about a dozen rural communities, small villages in my ward, and this is the largest health issue that is facing residents, elderly residents. And when combined with challenges around access, mobility, and degenerating health, changing health needs, it can lead to a real downward spiral in your mental outlook and generally in your wellness. And Mick's touched on some of the real benefits of being in a community like this. And I use that word community because you can engage with what goes on here as much or as little as you like. But what it will do is it will help you with that isolation issue, and also with the emphasis on prevention. So there's a lot that goes on here around just making sure that you stay well for longer. And Mick's talked about some of the percentages and figures that sit around that. But the evidence is absolutely there that if you live in a community like this, you are far more likely to stay well for longer through life. And that has got to be a great thing. So I can't wait till I'm 55 and I'll be putting my name down. Only another 25 years to wait, or something like that.
I was looking at the poster behind me, Better Lives for Older People. The name of our transformation programme in adult social care in Bristol is the Better Lives programme. And the bit that's about delivering more extra care housing is called Better Lives at Home. And I think that encapsulates that this isn't a home in the residential or nursing home sense of the word. It is your home and the home of future residents. Now, Brian over here, who's one of the residents, who's been here since November with Sheila, he tells me, Brian and I go back quite a long way to when I had responsibility for something quite different, when I had responsibility for transport. But interestingly, just chatting to Brian and Sheila about how their lives have been changed by being here, they amuse me by saying that when the families say that they want to call, they have to look at the programme of events and fit them in around the programme rather than the other way round, which I just think is testament to the amount of activity and the knowledge that, you know, some of those things might have dropped away when you were still living in your own home because you were preoccupied with thinking about security in the garden and all of those kind of things that obsess you know, I'm speaking about my mum now, really, in a way. You know, those things preoccupy a lot of her time, but freeing that time up, you're living somewhere that's secure, where a lot of those cares are taken away from you. You can then start either reviving old interests or doing things that you've never done before, and that is the key, as Ben says, to curing isolation. And of course, Bristol residents who we're going to nominate into these places, isolation isn't just a rural issue. You can be extremely lonely in an urban and busy environment. So it's a real thank you to Extra Care for the vision to deliver this wonderful facility. I can't wait, like I'm sure the rest of us, to go and have a good look round. And like Ben, where do you put your name down? Thank you very much.
I'm always inspired when I come to these villages by the way our resident staff and volunteers transform the village from a building into a vibrant and supportive community. You know, we build the buildings, but actually it's they that build the communities within the buildings. And for 2 years now, the residents, volunteers and staff at this village, Stoke Gifford, have worked together to create this community. And I'd like to thank you all very much indeed for all the work you've put into doing that, and I wish you all a very long and happy future here.
On November the 26th last year, Brian and I moved into our new home. Yes, it felt like home to us straight away, in spite of all the packing boxes. Within 2 hours of arriving, our friendly maintenance men had made the shower room safe for me to use. All the staff had been so kind and friendly, and somehow seemed to remember everyone's names. Our lives have changed completely. We had never been inside a gym before, but now we go every day. Riding the bicycle has improved my legs, and I have not had to use my wheelchair since moving in. I keep busy. I go to the craft room, also the painting classes. I'm no good at painting, but I do so enjoy it, and as the instructor says, that's the main thing. I also take part in SOSA dance, fitness and social afternoons. Wednesday is the highlight of the week, as I go to the playgroup and nurse babies all morning, seventh heaven. The late afternoon finds me in our library to hear children read. Our bistro provides us with a good variety of meals, so if I do not feel like cooking, we go down to eat. One of the main reasons for moving was when one of us passes on, the other one will be looked after, a great peace of mind to both of us. We also did not want our children to have to worry about us. Thank you for having us here and giving us a new lease of life.
Okay, you ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5,